Amrit from Walfinch.
I'm Bez from Drop Gym.
And today we're on Built to Build podcast.
Yep.
Nice to see you again, Bez. How have you been?
Great to be here. Yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
Yeah, good. Lifting, feeling strong.
Yeah, in your New Year's routine?
Yeah, it's been good actually. Just still keeping it happening, which is always good. Hitting the protein. Got some chicken happening.
Ordering your Whoop.
Yeah. So is it worth it? We're not sponsored by Whoop. Is it worth it?
I think any device like that where you can measure your quality of sleep and heart rate is pretty useful.
You think it's much better than an Apple Watch?
I think it's more accurate than an Apple Watch. I don't know if it's more accurate than a Garmin watch, which is like the sort of less attention to functions and what it does with your phone, but actually a really good heart monitor.
Well, that's interesting.
I used to have a Polar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And this
I hated the feeling of the...
Yeah. And you wore that like just
I used
around.
that a few times to measure heart rate when I was doing stairs or...
Yeah. I used to have one of those because I used to have a Life Fitness treadmill at home, and it came with one of those.
With the...
Yeah. I was like, oh, all right, I'll do that. I was 17, doing a 5K in like 14 minutes or whatever the hell it was. I was like, yeah, great, I got...
But now you probably get the same level of detail just with a...
That's
you have Oura Rings and... And the issue of Oura Rings, if you train with a ring and you catch your ring on a bar...
You can't lift with an Oura Ring, right?
It's like lose your finger.
Yeah.
Or at least
that's... It's not worth the data. All right. No.
I always tell people not to wear rings in the gym.
Yeah. No, I try to keep it as PE, no jewelry in there when you're doing PE. So tell me, how did you get into bodybuilding?
So I got into training by basically my dad said that he wants to see me do press ups. I did like 4. I did maybe 5 crunches and 0 pull-ups.
Yeah. And
when he was my age, which was 16, he would have been sort of going to the army at that time and done 150 of everything.
Jeez.
So
150?
How can you be so much lower numbers than that? He's like, you should go do some physical activity. So I basically did press-ups, pull-ups, and crunches every day. And eventually I did hundreds of them. So I was like, okay, I need a gym.
Wow.
I'm like limited to a bar and a carpet.
It's not bad.
I got a gym membership for my 17th birthday. And then I went and it was like a leisure gym. I trained every day for 3 hours, didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, just lifting loads of stuff.
My technique is, it's like, I met my neighbor and he was my age who had bought the Arnold book. I don't know if you've seen Arnold. It's massive. Yeah. So we were reading that and thinking if we just copy.
Sounds like a plan. He was training about 3 hours a day, right?
So we did some of the exercises and routines from that, and we started eating like tuna cans and peanuts and whatever was a cheaper option of protein. And then one day we went to a bodybuilding gym and we realized, okay, this is how you actually train and do things. And when we realized that our leisure gym wasn't
So you're 17 years old. You started going to this
go to a bodybuilding gym which is very old. Probably some of the equipment in there is 40, 50 years old.
Really?
And
where was this?
Rusty. It's in Archway.
Yeah, nice.
Dial Dynamics.
Still there?
I'm actually taking my whole team there on Friday for a team session.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like
is it still like that? Does it still look the same?
If you went there, you'd realize how much of our gym is based on the equipment list there.
Really?
And space-wise, yeah.
So when
it's about maybe 50% bigger than this, but you could train for anything there.
When I describe this where I train to my friends, I tell them, look, think of an old bodybuilding gym, right? It's basically that, but clean, clean and new, right? So
if it's like a new gym that is a lifestyle gym, you wear a white top and it leaves white, but if you're in a bodybuilding gym, it leaves rust.
It
never comes out.
If it's not a bit golden on my t-shirt, it's
we're not lifting. Touch a cable or something. That's it.
I might catch something.
So we went to that new gym, and then I met a man called Ian Dow, who was former Mr. Universe. His wife was former Miss. His wife is the best female bodybuilder
of all time.
Yep. And they were both training, and they were old, like 60, maybe 60 years old.
Amazing.
They're both very functional.
Yeah.
They're training quite hard, so I'm curious as to who they are, what they do.
Yeah.
And then I asked my parents to borrow some. I was like, can I borrow some cash to pay a PT? They thought that was ludicrous.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Immigrant parents are like, what are you?
Sneakers.
What do you really want?
And I basically got coached by him for about 3 months. and in that time, he taught me everything I pretty much need to know. And that 3 months, the system I learned in that 3 months is the same system I use now, and my whole team uses across all our sites.
Mad, really?
Yep.
So what is that? If you were to
It's like 4 range of
describe it in a
motion,
nutshell.
everything is moves at a tempo, so it's fluent movement. Everything is to failure. We never go below 5 reps. Breaks between sets of 30 seconds. Exercises last 5 to 8 minutes. It's like a flow to it.
Yeah.
It makes intensity really high, and you can't limit your range of motion just to lift more in a way. It has to be good range of motion.
Yeah.
Their flexibility was amazing at that age.
That's very cool.
So when some stiff bodybuilding man or woman is like, no, you should do it like this, you actually have bad flexibility. You're 30 years old, so
it's kind of worked out quite
all
badly
that.
for you. Yeah.
I basically took their experience and information and didn't try and remold it. I just applied it.
Well, it works.
There's some things I've modernized, such as like shoulder training and leg training from that time.
Yeah.
And people eat more healthy fats now, and the consciousness of food and supplements is different, but the base of it is the same.
Yeah, I mean the system's the same. The science has kind of changed and
Slightly,
improved a bit. Yeah.
And people in that time didn't train shoulders very well and legs, so like I said, you have to add some volume.
Yeah.
And like people did Arnold press, but Arnold didn't have good shoulders.
Yeah.
So why are we replicating that?
Yeah. Exactly.
It doesn't make sense.
So okay. So you're 17. You've started getting into bodybuilding.
Yep.
How old were you when you started competing?
So I started training at 17 quite seriously, and then it became my mission to impress the man who taught me how to train.
Yeah.
Because he was never impressed by anything.
Yeah.
And I remember I actually didn't see him or was training somewhere else. Let's say this is a 2-year journey. There was a point for like 6 months where I disappeared.
Yeah.
And came back like 10 kilos heavier.
Nice.
And then he's like, you need at least another year. I was like, dude.
Yeah, come on. Give me a fist bump at least, man.
No one is doing 10 kilos in 6 months. Nah, never. Even when I became British champion in bodybuilding, and I came back, I was like, I'm British champ. He taught me how to train, and he was like, I guess you look better than the other guys. Like, nice. Yeah.
Love that.
That's my only compliment of my whole
it's
whole career from him. But it's good. It's intentional because he understands that complimenting someone or praising them too early or at all creates complacency.
Yeah.
So
especially in this, it's a
the
very
same now with
aesthetic
my
business.
athletes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have athletes anymore, but the period where I coach people, they could, lift the world and be 4%. I say, I guess this is good for this week. Let's see what happens next week.
See what happens. I mean, you're one burger away from not being 4%, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
to stay grounded, there's no mistakes. And when I do compliment them, it actually means, like I've literally got someone ready for a show, and until the last moment before they get on stage, I said, you actually look really good. You're gonna smash it today. She's like, oh. And it's like getting on stage with all this confidence.
Yeah. Fantastic.
I think, he's also an old, like, stern man.
Yeah.
Yes.
We all know a few of those. So you're sort of between 17 and 19. You're in that kind of competing stage, are you?
Yep. And then I get into the mode of I will compete and be a bodybuilder and be a good bodybuilder. So I spend the next 2 years really training and eating, and everything becomes very sophisticated.
Yeah.
Irrelevant of coach. People now. I'm just in my own gyms and my bodybuilding gym sometimes, and I know the plan, and I have other coaches to help me with nutrition, recovery. Sometimes just for 2 months at a time, because I take, why does this guy want me to use this supplement? Why does this man prefer front squats to back squats? And then I have a really good base to, I'm probably 125, 30 kilos by the age of 21, but then I hurt my knee.
Yeah, shit, okay.
And, from having a kickabout in the park.
Yeah.
And I had to be on crutches and potentially go through surgery. And in that period, I realized that work has to go on regardless of whether I'm an athlete or strong or heavy. So I start to build my PT business much more in that time. And then when I got back to being able to use my leg properly, I still competed. But I never believed in being Mr. Olympia. I didn't care. Actually, I didn't care enough to try and pursue such a large goal. I realized that it's good for me and it's a reputation, but I have a PT business that is also just as important. And they always I never cancelled 10 clients so I can go do legs and cardio. Pose
But then, so you're well. I mean, becoming a British champ. I mean, so, A, that's amazing, but B, also that's loads of credibility for the work that you do today, right?
Exactly. And I competed at about 24, just before I turned 25 to get into regional shows and know who I am. And then I did British finals by the end of that year. And then the next year I qualified for European Finals. So in 2019 I qualified for 2020, but COVID.
Yeah, oh no!
And that means that when my prep started, COVID had closed all gyms, or the world closed, and that wasn't going to happen. And then beyond this point, I was just focused on drop gym.
Because you'd already started drop gym at that point.
COVID, end of second lockdown is the start of drop gym.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just trying to think. So it must have been...
And also, like I said, I did it because I think everyone should do something physical at a certain age where they'll be able to, be better, stronger, less chance of injury.
Yeah.
But not because I was actually that ingrained in bodybuilding anymore. It's just like, do it while you can, because if I was old and I'm 50, I can't say, I'd love to get into some competing now and drop body fat.
Yeah.
It's impossible at 50, or you're just a different category.
Also, I mean, and also I think your appetite for it changes as well, right? I think there's, I remember when I was 20, my mission was to be like bigger than the bouncers, it was just like, you were just, there's ego, there's testosterone, you also, it's like fun to be so stacked.
Of course.
I remember when
same with me, I would have done it. I didn't think about competitions from 16 to 21.
Yeah. And I remember getting my first job, and I'm doing this interview, and they're like, what are you here for? I was like, I'm here for the interview. They're like, well, you look like security. Like, what the hell's wrong? They're like, what is going on? Like, this, it was literally like I was headhunting, So, and he was like, you're wearing this like very ill-fitting suit. It's a bit tight on the arms there. Like, what's going on here? Like,
did you get the job?
I got the job, man. I was like, I was like, come on. I said, the job's on the phone, man. I'm not going to scare any of your clients in person. It's cool, So, but then I did start like trimming down because I'd never thought about it, because prior to that it was always just being with your friends, and they're like, oh, it's so cool that you can lift a lot and whatever, and then you're like, well, actually, you look a bit scary.
Bear in mind, you're doing it at a time where you don't actually know how beneficial it is for you.
I was just
doing it for aesthetics.
Purely doing it for the aesthetics, right? I had no interest in that.
Actually, you can have both.
Yeah. I mean, actually, and I didn't really start until about sort of 5 years ago when I really started thinking about it again. Actually, when we met after lockdown. And I really started thinking about it in a more holistic way. And I think, well, okay, great. I've for the first time, I'm like, oh, I've now got a knee issue or a back issue or whatever. I'm like, this isn't okay. It's like,
you definitely can't go back to what you were doing then.
But you've got to then think, well, okay, how am I training? But that full range of motion piece, I think, is so interesting. Because also you can lift much lighter weight. And it takes you to failure at a faster rate, and all of this. It's like really interesting.
If I have to call weight training a second name, I would call it loaded stretching.
Yeah.
And you get to, if you're using muscles properly, you're basically stretching them in the most range you possibly can with some weight.
That's very interesting. Loaded stretching. I like that.
If I tell someone to stretch their groin, they'll be really upright and put their elbows between their thighs and stretch their groin, and it's a deep squat. And if I tell them to do a squat, they'll stand up and their brain mechanically tries to change stance or hips, and they'll do a bad squat. I'm like, when you were stretching, that was good.
Yeah.
If you had to follow YouTube, it's not good.
Yeah. Well, this is it. Yeah, and it's like the language changes and all this. So.
No, exactly. And if you tell someone to stretch their hamstrings, they'll touch their toes.
Yeah.
Every time to do a straight leg deadlift, all over the place.
So yeah.
They're way too overfull.
So,
It's the same thing, just with weight.
So when you were a young boy, who was it that you were interested in? Can I say young boy? It's when you were younger.
As in like when I was 16, 17.
Yeah, was it Arnold?
We had an Arnold book. I told you, I must be.
Was he the pinnacle?
Pages, and it's like that thick. It's all we know. And then after that, you start to, you go online. So this is the beginning of the internet. There's not that much online content. We have bodybuilding.com. We have T-Nation.
I was a member.
We have T-Nation. But you remember, because what else are you
going to do? What are you going to be? There you go.
Instagram hasn't started yet.
Yeah.
Or it started, but no one actually uses. So your information is from people.
Yeah.
And stuff you read, and maybe the movies, or but you don't have anything that's a movie based on fitness or someone be. You have guys. You have Arnold. You have Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
I tell you, Louis Ferrigno in Hercules or the Hulk is the best physique of.
I mean, that's what got Arnold into it, right?
He's Arnold's competitor, but Arnold, when he got into acting, decided to dumb down.
Yeah.
And focus on that side and be more sort of attainable, or you can familiarize with him because he's human.
Yeah.
And Louis decided to not do that.
Yeah.
Just
go the other way.
Yeah. And he was the Hulk, right? He was painting him green. He was like, great.
I was like, his arms look like my waist. You know, like, oh, what the hell is this? You know.
He didn't try and dumb down anything. He just said, right, I'll show up on a good day.
I believe we have a possible gift and toy over here, Mr. Stretchy Man.
Well, we do.
So, I believe that in your prime you were stronger than this guy.
Yep.
All right. Do you reckon we can break it?
Break it.
Look, come on. Let's tear this thing apart. All right, come on, man. We can do this. Oh my God! Oh, we've done it! No!
What's even it?
I can't believe that. I actually didn't think that would happen.
What's inside though?
What the hell is this?
Part of
We would like a refund to the Stretchy Man community.
This will become accessory.
There you go. All right.
Just sit here.
Well, there you go. Who's the real strong man? That's a question you've got to ask.
Dangling a little bit like that. That's the one.
There you go. Sorry, Stretchy Man.
Yeah.
Well, you know what this guy needs? He needs full-time care.
He's part of the stage now. Next week we'll hang him on a tree.
This is not good. All right.
Next week we'll put him on a tree by his
leg. Yeah, there you go. He can be part of the mascot now. All right. Well, that was very interesting. So tell me now, we've done the history, we've done the present, we've torn this guy's legs apart. What's the future? What does it look like? You know, what does it look like?
For training?
Yeah, for you, for your training, for the
So I just started
gym,
training
the
again
aesthetics.
2 weeks ago.
Nice.
For the first time in 3 years. That's because we were scaling and we had kids and a house.
Going to tell me, man.
I'm going to try and actually be as in shape as I can with as little time in the gym as possible. Good attention to food, nothing crazy. Like a dad bod.
Yeah.
I mean, that's quite a good place to be, and it's not anything extreme, and I don't have to eat 7 meals a day. I won't eat 7 meals a day.
No, I think, and also like
you'd have to pay me quite a lot to say, okay, we're going to get you back into that routine, and you're going to maintain it for like 5 years.
So what will it look like for you now, like training and
I'll
eating?
I'll have 3 meals, 2 snacks or protein intakes around that. I'll train maybe 30, 45 minutes a day, 4 days a week. I think I can get into pretty good nick.
And so what does good nick look like in terms of weight, percentages and all that?
I mean, if I was to say numbers, I'm probably like 17% body fat now rather than 10 or 11.
Yeah.
And I've probably lost like 10 to 12 kilos of muscle. It's 3 years of no training.
Yeah, but that's, you know.
I think like I said, I don't want an actual goal.
Yeah.
Because then it becomes a goal.
Yeah, then it's like,
and for the first time since I was like 19, I get to train with no goal.
Yeah, just for fun and just keep it.
Have a difficult leg workout. Have a session stretching, focus on abs and whatever I want to do.
Nice.
I literally never had that. Same with food, I can eat more if I choose, but I feel like I'm getting the plastic boxes out again. It's like,
very good. Nice.
Deliberately go to McDonald's and sabotage.
Yeah, just take it all down, man. Well, I got thrown out of a all-you-can-eat Pizza Hut buffet when I was a kid. Actually, they were like,
how many slices?
I was like, well, you said.
What was the...
I mean, they were like, you've got to stop eating. I was like, it says all you can eat, bro. Come on.
There's just so many bad experiences. First, they told you in the gym that this is not the place for you.
This is not you got to get out.
Pizza Hut,
I'm like, come on, you can't throw me out of an all-you-can-eat buffet. Honestly, I must sit down, like just. I honestly can't even tell you. We were there for hours. It was so many.
I remember once I did it for my little cousin when I was bodybuilding the Pizza Hut. He was like, "Can you come Pizza Hut with me? I just want to see how many slices."
I want to see.
I think I did like 27 or something. I was like, I actually did food challenges, but I felt terrible.
Yeah, of course you do, right?
And it was all for the sake of my little cousins to be like, "Oh my god,
look at
my
this.
friends,
Look at this.
You ate 27 slices."
I mean, this is at a point where if I was like 18 or 17 or whatever, and you go to like McDonald's and you'd have like 5 McChicken burgers just as a standard. You know, this is just the base. You know, like, and 1 portion of fries. I'm not gonna take the mick with the fries,
that
right?
makes it any better.
No, that's what the calories are.
I only had one portion of fries. So
and 1 fry and 5 burgers.
Yeah.
On that very happy note, until next time. All right. Thank you for tuning in.
See you later, guys.